just really happy with the defensive effort, especially. I thought we were ferocious on the defensive end. I was really happy to get through a very emotional pregame for me, but I was very glad to get through that and not feel off. I've coached some teams where it's like we've got tears all over the place. We're gone. I need a timeout. I thought she did a good job. It's like go time. I thought her and Barnes were on that train. And so got off to a good start, obviously, and we're able to ride it through. So was really, really, really proud of the effort. And it wouldn't be right in the universe to not leave the last game here with a win for Peyton. And for Shanti and Regina, but there's just so much to that. So I'm glad we were able to get a win.
Is that something you're able to kind of predict, like, or is there a point in time where you can kind of tell, like, if it's going to be one of these ones, like, where you go about that 13-0 where like, you've had some of these senior nights where it's like, okay, now we got to come back and come down, and you do it, but like,
yeah.
it's not the kind of same kind of story.
Well, I had this. I really had a gut feeling with her that like we might get tears, but she's not playing around, okay? Like, she's not playing around. I told the story, I don't know in what capacity, but we were in my office, and it's like, hey, look, we got to do some stuff today. And I said, how's your body? She said, I don't care how my body is. We have to win. And, like, that's who she is. So I figured that would override the emotion of the day, and we can get emotional now. Corey had a nice little – we had a nice little emotional ride on the radio, so we figured we'd bring her in here and put her in front of a camera. But no, I do think you can tell. Like I said it to the staff when we went in the locker room and nobody was crying in the locker room. I was like, okay, I think we're okay here. I think we got a baseline. But you never know, man. I mean, I lost it a little bit with her mom, but. You know, again, I thought when they pulled the huddle together, I could see them talking, and Shanti was talking, and it was like, okay, they know what's at stake here. So, yeah, I got a sense of that, but I didn't know waking up this morning. I'll say that.
It's different kinds of emotions, but it's similar in trying to balance the mentality. But, like, you know, you go in, you win this game. You did everything you could down the stretch here. Marshall and Georgia Southern, it's really close right now. Like, I don't know how it's going to end up, but like to kind of know like you're doing everything you can and you haven't ever gotten to that, you know, next step as far as where you're going to be seated.
Weird, right?
How have they handled that? Obviously, well enough to keep winning these games, but like, have you seen a good maturity level from that?
Yeah, I mean, what I see from them and what we've talked about is like you really can't worry about it. And Corey, for example, he said to me before Cece was there, he's like, you want to do Sunbelt bracketology? I'm like, no, I don't want to know. I don't care. I don't care. I want to concentrate on our team and making sure we're winning. And I think that's what our team kind of got to was like, man, there's no use in really hoping somebody loses. Like, come on, man. Like, we're here because, look, our record is what it says it is, and it's a bizarre year. Right, that you're 14-4, and that's not good enough for fourth, possibly. Right, and I know we'll be tied for third, and that's what but as far as seeding, it's just a really bizarre year with a net of 48. It's bizarre. So instead of focusing on all that stuff, it was like let's focus on Coastal Carolina and let's guard them and let's win, and then we move on and let's focus on the next one. That's what we said in the locker room. I don't know who we're playing. I don't care. Like. Let's go, man. Like, we're going down there to win a tournament, and I don't know what the format is. I don't know what time we'll play. I don't care. I don't care. So, like, that's what we've got to have going into this because, you know, it's not going to be set up totally in our favor, and that's okay.
You never know how the script of a game is going to play out. You can kind of guess, maybe, but this was an interesting fourth quarter, to say the least. And I would assume that you would have liked to have had something where you could have done something a little more individually than the collective situation. But how bizarre was that fourth quarter for you?
Well, yeah, and my biggest, not regret, was like, I wanted to get G in the game, pull her out of the game, take Barnes out of the game, all individually, different times, pull her out of the game. And I got to call a timeout with a substitution to get – it was just like not how I wanted it to go. Of course, I'll take the win no matter what, but it was bizarre. Foul trouble, all that stuff with Tracy Houston, who we recruited from Roanoke Northside High. So yeah, it was bizarre and not how I would want the last 4 minutes to go. And you've seen me enough to know that.
Yeah, I mean, and it's also the aspect of navigating the fouls that you had. And the bigs were in big trouble.
Correct.
I mean, it's good that you had quite a sizable cushion there in the fourth.
Yeah, well, and that's what. I actually said it to CC on the way out of halftime. Was we were up 43-18. It was like our shots are not going to fall like this the whole game here. So we have to make sure we're going to continue to defend, which we did. Stretches, of course, but I thought we bought into that. And yeah, we went cold for a little stretch, but it wasn't like a 10-0 run by them. It was like, okay, 2 free throws, okay, a layup. Like it was chipping. Versus like a 10-0 run, and now we didn't have the cushion. So I'm glad we had the cushion and the depth, and to find our way through that. But the next thing coming was a double. Don't worry. I was getting ready to yell at her, "Just go, man, just go," and make her do something else. But that part was nice. We were able to finish.
Peyton, this was game number 150 for you. Certainly, I'm calling this Peyton's place because you started here on the first game for the women's basketball program at this arena. Do you remember what happened that first game? Do you recall that one?
I remember we played Mount St. Mary's, and half the team had COVID, and there was 8 of us, and 4 of us were freshmen. We ended up winning. I remember that. I don't remember too much else except I couldn't really make a shot that game. Yeah, let's play.
Certainly, I just think it's kind of interesting that night you were 0 for 9.
Is that right?
0 for 8 on 3 corners.
Wow.
To start that way, but yet to have this type of
It was hilarious, man.
That's unbelievable.
I mean,
if you have a thought on it.
Coach O had a lot of trust in me from the start. I remember it was like the 4th game when I actually I had 30 and started scoring, and so his trust never wavered in me. He's always told me be yourself, be confident, you're the best one out here. So I've always felt
There's
that.
no way she wasn't going to be successful. So 0 for 9, fine, man, whatever. It's your first college game. Come on, man. I knew it was coming, and just like I know it's coming down, I know it's coming. I remember saying that to her in Pensacola the year we won it. It was her first 2 games, she didn't shoot it great. It was I know it's coming, and it was 7 for 7. So it is what it is, man. She's good for a reason. She's good, the best.